Good evening, and thank you everyone for joining us for the Reverse Pitch Careers in Energy and Cleantech, which is part of NC State's Energy Week. Just to give you a little plug here, I want to thank some of the folks who are behind the scenes with Energy Week at NC State, which is Carla Davis with the Sustainability Office at NC State. Thank you for all your work if you're on, and I also want to thank the Energy Club at the NC State for their hard work of organizing it and putting it together as well. And also thank you to all of you for allowing us to be a part of Energy Week. I know it's been a very successful week thus far. And I'll continue with the thank yous. Thank you to our pitchers and panelists today, and I want you to join me in giving them a virtual round of applause for taking the time to be here with us this evening. I'm really excited for the participants to learn more about how these organizations are positively impacting the world, and for you all to learn about the types of knowledge, skills, and abilities they're going to need to continue driving innovation. Very briefly, I'm going to touch on who RTCC is and what we do. And so here you see our mission and vision, but really the heart of why we're interacting with you today is that we want to help our students at the universities and other job seekers learn more about the diverse career options in the clean tech and energy field. And on the flip side of that, we want to make it easier for our companies and our members to be able to connect with type talent like those who are participating today. One point I want to get across is that our members and industry, our members and the industry at large really need all types of skill sets, from electrical engineers to programmers to technical writers and accountants. So there's a space for everybody in this field. And with that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the format for this evening. It's going to be very fast-paced. Judging by my talking right now, you can get the drift that it'll be fast-paced. There are going to be 6 5-minute pitches. And in order, we'll have Itron, the North Carolina Electric Membership Cooperatives, Hitachi ABB Power Grid, soon to be Hitachi Power, Power Secure, SAS, and ABB. And in between pitches, I'm going to very briefly introduce the next organization. After we have the reverse pitches, we're going to go into a lightning style panel with 3 questions that each company will answer. And then they'll have 60 seconds to answer that. And hopefully the whole goal of these quick pitches and the panel question is to pique your interest as a participant to learn more and to join a breakout session for a specific company. And so as a side note, I think each of you may have already received a PDF which outlines the various companies and the links that you can use to join the breakout sessions. We'll drop that PDF link in the chat towards the end of the event as again, to make sure you have it. And really, I want to make sure I highlight this point. The intent of the breakout session is for you, the participant, to pick one company to learn more about. In that breakout session, the organization may elaborate on any of the points they've made in the pitch, and they may open it up or they may not open it up for general questions. And so a question might look like, or the organization might volunteer more information about their early career program or their internship program and the times and the deadlines around that. So I want to highlight this and emphasize it. The breakout session is not intended for individuals to ask specific questions about their candidacy. And so with that, I know you're tired of hearing me. We're going to turn it over to Itron. Thanks.
Lauren, you're on mute. Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Jessica Coakley. I oversee Itron's global university recruiting, and I am joined by my colleague, Lauren Gilmore. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, perfect. So I am Lauren Gilmore. I lead North America talent acquisition efforts for Itron and for Latin America as well. Itron is a leader in the industrial Internet of Things and smart city solutions. We are predominantly a business-to-business company. So if you haven't heard of us, that's okay. We're excited to share with you today how we are impacting global sustainability as we deploy innovative solutions across the globe. Even if you haven't heard of us, you are likely impacted by our solutions without even realizing it. For example, over 75% of power in the US touches Itron technology. Locally, here in the Raleigh area, we partner closely with Duke Energy. So who is Itron at a glance?
I also want to mention we are joined by our colleague Megan. She's on the chat today as well, and she'll join us in our session. So My last recruiting visit before the pandemic hit was actually to your campus in February of 2020. I know that you have Itron meters and some of our other solutions across the Raleigh area, as well as on your campus. So if you're not familiar with us, we are a global publicly traded company. We have about 8,000 customers across 100 countries, and our total workforce is around 7,000 employees. So we create solutions in the smart city and the industrial Internet of Things space, and really work with cities and communities to manage resources like power and water successfully and really thoughtfully. So how do we do that? You can hop to the next slide here. Our vision, purpose, and values really drive who we are, what we do, and how we do it. And I know for each of you, as you're thinking about your career and where you want to give your time and talents, finding an organization where the purpose and vision align to your own values and goals is really important. So let's look at some of our technology solutions.
Great, thanks. This slide shows just a few of the smart community applications we enable beyond utility operations, which include, as you can see here, smart street lighting, smart parking and traffic management, weather sensors, electrical vehicle charging, and waste management. All of these smart networks are the fabric that connect these systems in a unified platform, enabling communities to really reimagine how they deliver services and enhance quality of life for all of us. Innovation is core to our business, and I want to share with you next an innovation project we have been exploring recently. This slide actually shows an example of a project that has come out of our Itron Idea Lab. Idea Labs is an idea incubator it basically acts as a startup within our larger established environment that facilitates agile innovation. I know you've all heard the phrase, the early bird gets the worm. Some of our best ideas include our foundational network for smart cities has come out of Idea Labs. You may have heard about the large grid outage in Texas last winter, or perhaps you've experienced a power outage yourself firsthand. Pretty inconvenient, right? Enter Project Freeloader. We have been exploring how electric vehicles might be used in the future as a backup power source during outages to partially power homes and buildings. As climate change impacts all of us, companies like Itron and all of us have to innovate to meet changing needs. The awesome part about all the work that Itron does is we do it all with sustainability in mind.
So I'm going to finish out here with speaking about our sustainability specifically. As some of you might know, the United Nations has identified 17 sustainable development goals, and Itron has built our ESG initiatives, so environmental, social, and governance infrastructure around that. So sort of the 4 pillars here you see on the screen outline how we do that and kind of what our focus areas are. And then lastly, I'm going to finish out here with highlighting a couple of examples across the globe of where we have given, our time and talents as well beyond Itron. If you want to hop to the next slide. We have supported, climate change initiatives. We frequently host industry events to also give back to the communities where we live, work, and play. So the last thing here I'll say is thank you so much for your time. And if you'd like to join Lauren, Megan, and I in our session, we are looking for leaders like you that are passionate about technology, innovation, and sustainability. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. The HR team has been wonderful. That's a very tight pitch. I like it. Next up, we have Lauren Lyles with the North Carolina Electric Membership Cooperative. Lauren, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So, as it said, I am Lauren Lyles. I'm representing North Carolina's Electric Cooperative. I am a member of the HR team here and am in charge of all of our recruitment efforts, whether that be internship or full-time positions. Next slide, please. So to understand us, you have to understand our members. We are here to support 26 independently owned and operated energy cooperatives. There are 26 co-ops in this that distribute energy to the far corners of our state. North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for 2.5 million North Carolinians. Beyond providing electricity, each of the 26 not-for-profit cooperatives is investing in their communities and delivering new energy solutions to provide quality of life for co-op members in 93 of North Carolina's 100 counties. Next slide, please. So with us being in Raleigh, North Carolina, and supporting these 26 energy cooperatives, you may be wondering, what is our product? So our product is electricity. Our mission is service. We are here to serve the 26 energy cooperatives, and those 26 energy cooperatives are providing power to members in their communities. So the Raleigh-based office, there are 3 organizations branded as North Carolina's electric cooperatives, and we're all working together for the 26 local co-ops. There's NCEMC, which NCEMC is the provider of wholesale power and energy innovation. Then you have NCAEC, that's our trade association. Services including communications, legislative support, job training, and safety. And then we have TEMA. TEMA is our material supplier. And TEMA actually serves co-ops outside of the state of North Carolina. They expand into Virginia and South Carolina. All of these organizations work as one to support the 26 co-ops in North Carolina. Next slide, please. So together with our members, we are building a brighter future. We're building a brighter future through sustainability, affordable energy. We all are pursuing a goal of net zero carbon emissions by 2050, and we are using new and existing resources to ensure that electricity continues to be delivered at the lowest possible cost. We're also using reliability and innovation. We're leveraging new technologies and innovation to deliver reliable electricity across resilient co-op operated electric grids. And lastly, local community support. With this, we're using this to enrich the lives of our local members through continued education, different initiatives, economic development, and community-focused activities. Next slide, please. So we would love for you to join us. And why would you want to join us? One, we're located in Raleigh. Some of our positions, both internship and full-time opportunities, are growing into a hybrid work structure. For full-time employees, our benefit package is quite robust. We are leaders in the industry, not just the cooperative network, and we're revered by our peers. Our organization is committed to strengthening future generations and helping build a diverse and inclusive energy workforce. We are continuously educating and building partnerships to expand the knowledge of our future generations. Constantly pursuing and applying new technologies that give members options to understand and control their energy use as we reshape our electric grid, the network of resources and technology used to produce and deliver the electricity to our members. We are using sophisticated technology to coordinate thousands of distributed energy resources across the cooperative network. This approach ensures that resources work together through a single platform to deliver the greatest value to all of our members. Next slide, please. So how are we making all of this possible? What positions are we recruiting for today? Are we looking for? So for our 2022 internship program, we have internships in engineering, accounting and finance, innovation and business development, human resources, and information technology. A few of our full-time opportunities that are available right now. We're looking for a few business intelligence analysts, senior data engineers. We've got a manager of financial reporting and analysis in our finance and accounting group. And then on our network side, we have a systems engineer. We would love for you to join our team. Next slide, please. So join me in our breakout session and ask me questions about our company, about the positions that we have available, and I'd love to give you some more info. Thank you.
Wow, that is a really good pitch, Lauren. I'm excited. I kind of want to join the co-ops myself now. So thank you for that. Feel free to join Lauren in a breakout session.
Thank you.
Next up, we have, and thank you, Lauren. Next up, we have Hitachi ABB Power Grids. And so I will let them take it away here.
Hey, thank you. Well, thank you all for joining us this evening. My name is Allison Cohen, and I help lead our early career efforts at Hitachi ABB Power Grids, and I'm really excited to be here today. And I also have Gary Ratcliffe along with me, who will introduce himself later. But first, I'd just love to give a brief overview of our company and then kind of talk to you all more about our early career opportunities. So if you move to the next slide. Thanks. We are a large global company with over 36,000 employees, and we also have the world's largest installed base of power grid products and services. So we have 4 main business units and several functions that help provide equipment for power systems along with services and software to support grid operation and planning. Our mission is powering good for a sustainable energy future, and we do so with pioneering and digital technologies that enable a stronger, smarter, and greener grid. So taking a look at our business mix, our customers are a mix of utilities, industry and transport, and infrastructure customers. And utilities are definitely our largest customer base. Our offerings also include a mix of products, systems, software and automation, as well as services. We operate all around the world, but our US headquarters is actually located right on NC State's Centennial campus. So you might have seen us if you're walking around. And if you move to the next slide, you might have noticed that in our name, we have 2 first names, and that could be a little confusing. So back in 2018, ABB divested the Power Grids division to Hitachi. So Hitachi acquired us in a form of a joint venture. And so our joint venture was formed back in July 2020, hence our name. But you can see from this slide that our heritage actually goes back over 100 years. And additionally, Emmett mentioned this earlier, but we actually will be transitioning our name to Hitachi Energy next month. So we are really excited about that, and that will just help us further our mission in powering good for a sustainable energy future. And if you go to the next slide, we'll kind of go a little bit more in depth of our 4 main business units. So we have the grid automation business unit, which has many software-based solutions like relays, microgrid controls, and a suite of enterprise software systems for utility control rooms. We also have grid integration. So that has many specialized products and services like semiconductors for high power applications, fax devices, HVDC solutions, and we also have power consulting. Our third BU is high voltage. So they primarily produce switching equipment for high voltage systems. So they make a lot of the standard equipment that you would find in a substation, excluding transformers, because then we also lastly have our transformers business unit. So they make transformers that you would find in the generation, transmission, and sub-transmission level of the grid. And so we have many opportunities for students like yourself to get involved. So if you move to the next slide, I'll highlight our 2 main early career programs. So first, we have a summer internship program, and all of our intern opportunities are 12 weeks long, full-time and paid. And you would get matched with a particular team and assigned to an impactful and meaningful challenges to solve through real work. We also have our Power Plus graduate program, and that is a rotational program designed for graduating undergrad and master level students. That program will start in June of 2022, and it's an 18-month-long program, and it consists of 3 6-month-long assignments, and each assignment, you'll be assigned to a different team working on different projects and also in a different one of our USA locations. So a really good opportunity for you to kind of A, figure out what you want to do, and then B, figure out where you want to live. And then after the 18 months, you'll roll off into your full-time permanent position with the company. We also have a lot of just entry-level full-time opportunities as well that are posted on our career website. But right now we are actively recruiting for both the summer internship program and the Power Plus graduate program. So make sure to check out our early career webpage and apply. And if you just go to the next slide, I'll kind of talk a little bit more of why would you want to work with us. So as mentioned, we are a large global company with a goal of social innovation and sustainability. Right now, we just recently launched our Sustainability 2030 initiative. And with that, we're actually have commitments to reduce our own carbon footprint as well as help our customers do the same. We also believe that our employees should bring their full authentic selves to work. And so with that, we have a passion to drive diversity and inclusion at our organization. We've been building up our employee resource groups to create spaces for our employees to feel welcome, heard, and to learn. And I personally have been a part of co-founding our Women in Energy ERG, so it's been a great past year getting that started. Thirdly, scale. We like to think big, and we're proud to build solutions that, really largely impact the world. And lastly, we focus on our talent. So we have a lot of flexible work practices, and we always put our employees' safety at the forefront of everything that we do. And you can really see that, especially within our COVID-19 response. And lastly, if you just go to the last slide, I'll just end with a few quotes from our previous summer interns and then our current Power Plus graduates. So definitely hope you join our breakout session afterwards. Love to talk to you more about these opportunities in our company. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. That's a great job. I'm tempted to all these wonderful opportunities and companies. The idea that I could move around the U.S. sounds really interesting. And so next up, I think we have PowerSecure, and so I'll let PowerSecure take it from here.
Thanks, Emmett. Thank you for the opportunity to present PowerSecure to everyone. My name is Eric DuPont. I'm the Chief Development Officer for PowerSecure, and I have with me Christy Hill, who's our senior recruiter, and she'll join us on the panel. PowerSecure really lives this world of the intersection between providing power resiliency, 100% power resiliency, and helping our customers achieve a net zero carbon future. So we believe, as we've seen with the significant power outage events, anything from power shutoffs in California to hurricanes to ice storms, major winter storms, et cetera, that power resiliency is a key requirement for businesses of the future. And we look to help customers achieve that goal while also reducing their carbon impact on the environment. Next slide, please. So a little bit about PowerSecure and our history. We were founded in 2000, so we don't have some of the history that an ABB has, but the company was founded in 2000 in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we were founded really as a technology company. We were focused on distributed energy systems and the integration of multiple energy resources at the customer facility in the form of what's called a basic or advanced microgrid. And that's just providing power generation at the customer site that allows them to island from the grid or to run in parallel to the grid. And we do that using various forms of technology, anything from solar energy, battery storage, reciprocating engines to fuel cells. And really the list becomes endless as new technologies get introduced into this distributed energy environment. We became a part of Southern Company in 2016. For those that don't know, Southern Company, it's a utility located in the Southeast. It flies the flags of Georgia Power and Alabama Power and Mississippi Power, as well as our own gas company. So we operate as a 1,000-person company, but we live under the umbrella of a larger organization. So we have access to a lot of technical resources inside of Southern Company, which also provides us opportunity to advance ourselves within the Southern Company footprint. PowerSecure and its history over its 20 years is a leading provider of microgrids. We've done over 2,100 microgrids, which by far leads the industry. We have about an 85% market share of the microgrids that have been deployed with a very high reliability from our systems. As I said earlier, our customers expect power resiliency, and we want to provide that from the microgrids that we put at their sites. Coupled with that, though, we've done over $800 million energy efficiency project. And from an energy efficiency standpoint, this is how do we reduce the energy consumption at our customer locations. And so we have a very robust experience of doing energy efficiency projects at our customer sites. Next slide, please. So a few more stats about us. Hit on a few of these already, but when we talk about advanced microgrids, that's the deployment of solar and energy storage and fuel cells and other distributed energy resources at a single site. By far, PowerSecure has done more of those than anyone in the country, doing over 145 of those to date. We've installed over 2,100 microgrids, as I said earlier, which represents about 2 gigawatts of power generation that we control and manage for our customers across the U.S. That's allowed us to really execute both standby events where power is not available for our customer facilities, but also to be able to utilize those microgrids in order to run for economic benefits or to create revenue streams or additional cash flow streams for our customers. By having this distributed energy at their site, it allows us to utilize those assets to create additional economic value for our customers, thereby creating a return on investment for them. We also have a very robust service division where we maintain our own generation system as well as many others for our customers. So we manage over 4.7 gigawatts of generation where we service those assets on behalf of our customers. Next slide, Emma. So as I said earlier, PowerSecure lives in this world of providing resiliency through our distributed infrastructure business, but we also look at the energy consumption side. So we believe that the best solution for our customers is to combine those two services together to provide the best economic and optimized solution for our customers to reduce the energy consumption of their site, and at the same time then bring power generation to create an efficient, resilient, reliable, clean, and sustainable supply of power for our customers. So that's our goal, to provide it to predominantly commercial and industrial customers as well as to our utility customers. Next slide. So PowerSecure delivers this in a fully integrated delivery model. So on staff, we have our sales team and financial team that's helping develop the right solution for our customers, as well as a very robust engineering team. So we have, we're engineer of record on almost all of our projects. We manufacture many of our components. We have production engineering teams. We have manufacturing teams that sit there in our Durham campus. But we also are implementing a lot of projects. So we have construction teams and commissioning teams that are out in the field, along with our service technicians that are in the field to help make sure those projects get installed and operated and perform as expected. And then finally, within our teams, there's a lot of data analytics. So we have terabytes and terabytes of data that we are analyzing about our microgrid systems. And so we have teams that are developing algorithms how to best perform and optimize the performance of those systems for our customers. Next slide. And at our campus, we have a fully functioning microgrid. This gives you an idea and picture of what this microgrid looks like. You have solar and storage within this microgrid. We have fuel cells as well as our own reciprocating engines. So you can see there at our campus that allows our engineers and technicians to put their hands on these products and look at how these systems operate together, as well within a fully functioning environment, such as we have here at our Durham campus. Next slide. I think that's my last slide. So we appreciate the opportunity to present. We look forward to being able to introduce you further to PowerSecure and about the great career opportunities that PowerSecure can provide to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eric. It's always so cool. I've known it for a very long time, but I always forget that you're in our backyard and that you have the largest portfolio of microgrids in the country. That's so impressive. And you've got that cool microgrid demo site on campus. It's a really cool company. So PowerSecure, we just keep adding you up to the list of companies I should consider. Next up, we have, and I'm not looking for a job, by the way, I'm just teasing a little bit here. Next up is we have SAS. And so I'll let SAS take it away from here.
All right. Thanks, Emmett, for letting us the opportunity to talk to you. So my name is David Pope. I'm one of the hiring managers, actually, for the intern programs. So I run the technical architects and data scientists that support sales into energy. But our program encompasses more than just energy. So if you're interested in energy, great. Then you have a chance to work on our team. If not, we have other opportunities. And I also have, just to let you guys know, Wolfpack 91. I actually started as an intern 30 years ago, and they offered me a job. I'm still here. So Ethan.
Yeah, so like David said, he was an intern. I was an intern too on David's team. So this summer I worked in the pre-sales energy division under David, doing some of the work that you guys hopefully will be getting into someday. I'm a current senior at NC State. Go Pack. So excited to talk to you all.
All right, so if you could play the video, so if people don't know who SAS is, this is the way I like to introduce us. All right, next slide, please. All right, so this is what we're interested in, is finding people that like to solve problems, because that's what we do at SAS. Yes, we are a programming language focused on data analytics, AI, and machine learning. But what we really do is we solve complex business problems. That's really our core strength. So if this describes you, this is the kind of person we're looking for to help fill internships and also our early career academies. Next slide, please. This talks about not only the things that you get to do, and Ethan and another summer intern that we had, Sarah, they got to perform a hackathon on data for good types of challenges. So SAS obviously works across all industries, but we also try and help solve some of society's biggest problems. Gather IQ is an app that you can download on your phone, or you can even go to our website and help train the AI models that help detect deforestation in the rainforest. This slide just shows 4 areas around helping try to solve human trafficking. The one on the right is about Project Datasphere. SAS provides the platform to allow cancer researchers to share their data and do analysis and try and find better cures for cancer. The bottom left is about working with the baby care unit at Duke and optimizing that and saving lives. And of course, we work in energy, and so we basically help the utilities keep the power running into your house and also the fuel for your cars. So next slide, please. So what does knowing SAS do for you guys specifically? And this isn't us. This is a survey that was done by Money Magazine and PayScale back in 2017. It identified the top 25 business skills. Now, let me rephrase that. Business skills. So knowing SAS is a business skill, and it happens to be the #1 to increase your paycheck as an individual employee up to 6%. So that's one reason why you guys should be interested in learning and working for SAS, even if it's a individual career goal to increase your own salary. And next slide, I'm going to let Ethan talk about this.
Yeah, so I was an intern last summer at SAS in the energy pre-sales department, but like David mentioned, me and my fellow intern, Sarah, we got to work doing all kinds of things in the general central theme and mission of SAS, like David mentioned, which was solving complex business problems, working with all types of data, even though my intensive focus of study for the summer was in energy. So I was an intern. Early career programs exist as well, coming in for people looking for full-time opportunities. And I really found it to be an exceedingly valuable experience, not only for me, but because I was able to provide value and help be on the forefront of solving some of these problems for the company and for the team coming in. So yeah, next slide. David, I think you're on mute still.
So thanks. Yeah, I was going to say, if you go out to LinkedIn and you look me up, you can see a post that I did highlighting Ethan's work from this summer intern, and he developed a new demonstration and dashboard showing what battery storage has on the power grids. And also, if you dig deep enough, you'll see the wind turbine work that Sarah did last year, because she was a summer intern in our team the last 2 summers. And then Ethan actually and Sarah both converted from summer interns into full year internships as well. So that's it. We hope you come talk to us. Appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you, David and Ethan. And you didn't even mention the best part about working at SAS, which is the cafeteria.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the M&Ms. So.
Well, the M&Ms they're nice, but you know, you can have a very nice meal for a very reasonable price at the SAS campus.
We have a great gym too, as long as it's open. If it wasn't for COVID, it's open now, so it's nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you both. I'm teasing about the cafeteria.
Oh,
and next up,
it is good.
Next up, we have ABB. And so forgive us while we do a little transition here. I'm going to turn over the screen sharing to my colleagues over at ABB. You can take it away.
Yeah, sorry about that. Our company has some good blocks in place on Zoom, so I have to share here. All right, so I'm assuming everybody can see it now, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I can see.
So I'm Tim Fry. I'm a product marketing manager for ABB. Jane Maringer, our HR lead for our early talents, will be with me in the breakout session. Appreciate the opportunity to chat with you all about ABB here today. So with over 130 years of innovation, ABB is consistently transforming and really shaping the future on a mission to a much more safe, smart, and sustainable world. As a company, we have over 100,000 employees. We operate in over 100 countries, and our annual revenues are somewhere typically in the $26 billion range. So an extremely large company. You can see the breakdowns by the part of the world there at the bottom. And then we're involved in the electrification, the motion, the automation, and robotics industries. So a really large company with a lot of different opportunities depending on your interests. At ABB, our core values really define us and help us build towards that path to a better future. So those courage, care, curiosity, collaboration, what we call the 4 C's, are really key foundations to what we're trying to do within ABB. And then as far as working for ABB goes, instead of me kind of reading through some slides and telling you why you should work from ABB, I'm going to share 2 quick videos. They're both 60-second videos with some people who recently sat in your shoes and came into some of these early talent programs with us. I'm going to apologize ahead of time because of some of the restrictions we have on our security. These videos will be choppy, but the audio should be clean. So if you have to close your eyes and listen, that's understandable.
I'm Quest Taylor. I'm currently a global product specialist for cybersecurity services at ABB. One of the things I really love the most is that global part. You know, I just talked about my role being a global role, and I have interactions with people all over the world every day. And I don't think you get that in a lot of places. I would describe ABB's culture as a traditional company with a tech spin. I think ABB is innovative in a lot of ways. My personal favorite is in electrical vehicles, where we have everything from buses and cars, right? Where we're helping to produce chargers for them. We have the Formula E things going on. That's amazing. One of the biggest things that we really invest heavily in R&D. So we're always kind of keeping up on new technology and creating cutting edge technology. But I think more directly is in the sustainability focus. One of the biggest things that ABB does and provides for our customers is to make them more sustainable. And that's a huge driving force for business, as well as just innovation as a whole. That's where our world is going.
There's so many answers to the question, what attracted me to ABB. I think we have to start with I'm a very values-driven person. So I think my guiding light within my life and career is that I want to dedicate my life to addressing the climate crisis. And so taking that into consideration, and then, interests, skills, practical things, figured out engineering was what I needed to do, and that ABB was the right place for that. And then, considering all the other factors like wanting to work on global teams and work internationally someday, it's a great place to do that since we're in 100+ countries. And then also, I specifically came to ABB through an early career rotational program, so that would give me exposure to the entire company, work in several different roles, which is great for someone who's just coming out of college and still trying to figure things out.
Great. So, I hope some of those videos really, from our recent graduates, really show you, why, a couple of reasons why ABB is a great place to work, right? So for those of you graduating in May, we do have our ABB Discovery rotational program, very similar to what Hitachi ABB shared. Hitachi ABB, obviously, they acquired a piece of our business a few years ago. But so we have over 50 of those opportunities available starting in May of 2022. And then for those of you who, are a little bit further out from graduation, we also offer the internship, spring, summer, and fall. So they're all year round. They're all across the country. Both programs, the rotational programs and the internships, are really designed to really help you gain valuable industry experience and really help you not only grow professionally, but also personally as well. So if you're interested in any of these opportunities, you can apply through careers.abb.com, or all of these opportunities are in EPAC as well. And there's actually some upcoming interviews that we're going to do on your campus in a few weeks. And the deadline to apply for those interviews will be, I believe, October 7th. So if you're interested in any of those opportunities, please look through EPAC before then, and we'll have some HR folks on campus to do some in-person interviews. And hope to see a lot of you in the breakout session and answer any additional questions that you may have. And I'll turn it back to you, Emmett.
Thank you, Tim and ABB, for participating today. And so now we're going to transition into our panel session here, and it's more of like rapid fire questions. So those of you from your companies who are participating in the panel, if you wouldn't mind turning on your cameras, that would be awesome, and we'll get this kicked off. Awesome. Thank you all. And so the first question is going to be sort of a softball, meant to be a fun question, but also a little bit serious. And so in your opinion, what is the best part about working for your organization? And so I'm just going to go in the order of presentations. And so Itron, you're up first.
You're gonna pick on us to be first all night. I see how this is
I'll rotate it. I'll rotate it at the back end.
Yeah, for me, the thing I love about working at Itron is that we have global impact, and everything that we do is with sustainability in mind. I made a transition about 2 years ago to join the company, and even though I work in recruiting, I'm not an engineer that is delivering on some of those things that we offer. We are impacting how the world evolves and creating sustainability around energy and water. And so even though I'm in recruitment, I can feel really great at the end of the day about what I'm doing to bring people into the company that are just as passionate about that as well, and wanting to make an impact as well.
Agreed. Resourcefulness at the core of what we do, and again, just really can stand behind Itron's mission, vision, and values, really making the world a better place for your kids and my kids and their kids. So, yeah, I agree.
Thank you. And next we have NCEMC, so the North Carolina Electric Co-ops.
Yeah, so there's so many things that I like about working for NC Electric Cooperatives, but the one reason that I did join their team about 8 years ago was their vision, their mission, their goal was for the members at the end of the day. For all of our co-op members, and not just the co-op members, but the members. We strive to serve them, provide them with affordable, reliable energy. And also, like Jessica said, our efforts in sustainability, that we have a goal and we're striving to reach that every single day. So, yeah.
Thank you. And next we have Hitachi ABB Power Grids.
So I'll introduce myself. I'm Gary Ratcliffe. I'm the VP for Market Development and Innovation for Hitachi ABB Power Grids for North America. And I think our answer to this question is, everybody is mentioning sustainability, but we're at the forefront of the energy transition, working to integrate renewables, working for electrification of in-use loads, high power solutions, for example, for EV charging. We're also involved in the digital transformation, working with utilities to transform their organizations to incorporate analytics, artificial intelligence, more progressive enterprise systems and sharing data across the enterprise. And then grid modernization is another component where we can apply our equipment, services, and systems to our customers. Real exciting times. So we are focused on sustainability. We also are focused on diversity, and with a large company, Allison mentioned focused on power grids, but we're also part now of Hitachi, which is an $80 billion a year company. So huge resources to really address social innovation. We have an entire business dedicated to that. We have another entire business dedicated to digital solutions, which creates all kinds of opportunities for people coming out of college.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Next up is Power Secure.
Yeah, I mean, I think at Power Secure, we live in this distributed energy world that's constantly evolving and changing. And I think it creates a tremendous opportunity of growth, both personally for us as well as a business. And in fact, Power Secure has, as you pointed out, Emma, and you repeated for me, was that we have done so many microgrids. And so we've got the experience and background in this space where there's a lot of people coming in and out of this distributed energy space. So I think it's an exciting time where we work, but we work as it's only 1,000 employees, and so it's still a family kind of environment, so very close knit. But we live under the Southern Company umbrella that provides us access to capital and other resources that we need. But we're able to kind of work pretty independently from as our own little company here in the Durham, North Carolina base. So that's delivering services across the U.S. that creates a lot of value for our customers. Awesome.
And next up we have SaaS, and we know what I think is the most important thing is the cafeteria, but what's the best part about working for SaaS?
Well, I would say continuing to learn. I've actually had 4 different careers. I've worked in R&D. I've actually worked in Europe for SaaS in R&D. I've worked in IT. I've worked in our cloud division, and in sales and marketing now. That's where pre-sales sits. I am continuously having to learn all the new technologies in order to stay relevant for our customers. So the fact that we're making really big differences in society by solving complex business problems across different industries. But again, without energy, all those other industries don't work. Ethan?
I echo that completely. Even as an intern in 12 weeks over the summer, and now as I'm continuing as a year-round intern, I've learned an immense amount, and I really love the collaborative nature that I've found at SAS. People from all different backgrounds who have experience in a number of different careers coming together to work together to solve problems. It's been really exciting for me and my favorite part about working at SAS.
Awesome. Last but not least, the ABB.
Yeah, no, very, very similar response to some of the other folks. A really good part about ABB is you're part of a global company that's consistently innovating throughout the world. You're able to have many different career opportunities. I'm 12 years into my career and I've already had 6 different roles, technically 7, but so there's always new opportunities to grow within your career, to grow your network. To be a part of that growing community and culture that's always getting better. I talked about our core values earlier. That's one of the things that really draws me towards ABB, and we see it lived out every day. A lot of diversity and inclusion initiatives as a part of our care core value. There's just a lot of really good things that ABB is not only doing internally to make sure that we're a great place to work, but also that we're doing for the world as far as innovating technologies and creating, like I said earlier, that safe, smart, and sustainable future.
Thank you, Tim. And hold on, you're going up on the next question. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to put the heat on you.
Yep.
We're running out of time for the questions, and so I'm going to actually ask the third question and propose that
Okay.
the second question in my list will be used as maybe a kickoff conversation,
Yeah.
a kickoff piece. So what is one piece of advice that you would give a potential candidate at your organization that would help them differentiate themselves from others?
Yeah, no, I would say the biggest thing, honestly, is be yourself. We want you to come into the interview and be who you are. Make sure that ABB is a right fit for you and that you're the right fit for ABB. It doesn't do you any good to be in a role that you're having to pretend to be into or something along those lines. So just be yourself. We're very open and honest. We love to talk to anybody. But make sure that ABB is the right fit for you by being yourself and asking the questions that matter to you.
Thank you, Tim. I know David has dropped off, Ethan, but I'll kick it. We're going in reverse order.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still. Oh, I see you.
Ethan can go first.
Nope, sorry, my fault.
I'd say one thing that I think helped me stand out as a candidate was just opening my eyes and opening my mind to different possibilities, being willing to learn and being willing to find a passion. Coming in, I'd never really knew much or worked in energy at all. And now after having worked in it for a while, it's something that I find to be a big passion of mine. I think it's just because I was willing to open myself up to taking feedback and learning new things and stuff like that. And just being open-minded and allowing yourself to learn and allowing yourself to find a new passion, because passion is obviously important in the workplace.
And I would say my advice is probably a good one just in general, no matter what company you're interviewing for, is explore the company website and do some due diligence so you know something more about the company. That makes a big difference. And for SaaS, sign up. There's a free learning version of SaaS. Download it, learn something about it. This will show that you're really interested in working for the company. Thanks.
Emmett, you're muted.
And you would think I would know this after years. Power Secure, is there anything that you would like to highlight that in terms of what would differentiate candidates from one another?
Sure. Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. I'm Christy Hill, and I'm a senior recruiter at Power Secure, and thank you for joining us tonight. I think one of the things that I would just advise people who are being considered for opportunities at all of these various companies would be just, again, be yourself, but also be able to articulate what it is that you're looking for and sort of owning your own career development and being able to sort of talk to them about what interests you and what you're passionate about. At the same time, you have to be willing to listen to the feedback that you're given as well. And I think those are things that really do distinguish you. It comes out in an interview when someone is passionate and wants to learn more. They really do. They're very memorable.
Thank you, Christy. And then now we have Hitachi ABB Power Grids. If you'd like to provide some comments around that.
Sure, I'll jump in. If Allison has something else to add, we should have time for that. I think many of the things have already been said. What we're looking for is someone who has demonstrated ability to learn. I think continuous learning is important in a career. You're going to be stagnant if you don't continue to grow and learn as you progress. I think it's also important to find your voice, be able to articulate what is your interest, what are you passionate about. We want to have people who are passionate about energy, passionate about the environment, but we want people who are willing to express what their interests are, take ownership of what they do and be able to articulate, what's driving them and have those kind of individuals in our company. But Allison, if you want to jump in and add anything else.
Yeah, Gary, I think you did a great job really highlighting, what we look for in candidates. One other thing that I'd like to add to is just don't be afraid to, ask questions during the interview, especially if you, obviously you might have done some research on the company, but I feel like especially our website, can be a bit overwhelming because you do so many different things. So definitely come prepared to your interviews and such with questions to ask.
And last but not least, we've got Itron. I'll put you on the last this time. So.
Thanks. Yeah, so I certainly echo what everyone has already shared. I would encourage you to remember that your career development and the interview process is a two-way street. So like others have shared, come into it knowing what you're looking for, what you have to offer, and do a little research also on compensation. Know what the value of your skills are, coming to the table. A common thing I hear a lot from students, especially when it comes to interns, I'll ask what they expect to earn and they say minimum wage. And inside I laugh a little bit like, well, legally we have to pay you that. So that's guaranteed, right?